Okay, we're here with Jim Cookinham today, and Jim is the proud owner of a new Apple iPad. And Jim is the founder of NEOSA and been a PC guy for most of his life in the beginning, and he just told me he's starting to lean toward the Apple fanboy category.
Right, I know, it's embarrassing.
And this device is one of those things pushing you that way, huh, Jim?
Right, yeah, it's very neat.
Well, show us the basics.
Okay, well, this is what it looks like to turn on. By the way, this has a black case on it, which I just got yesterday, and it's nice, and it allows you to kind of have it tilted up a little. The back of it normally has a little curvature on it, so it's not that comfortable on a flat surface, so this works much better. And you can see it's got the normal apps. Of course, if you've got an iPhone, you're familiar with a lot of these things. There has been some comments that the wireless is having some problems.
Yeah.
I have not experienced that, but I do have an Apple router, and right now I'm using the Verizon router for this. But if you look at some of these applications, let me just show you some that are specific to this. I don't know if any of you have played. Have you ever played Plants vs. Zombies?
No.
Haven't you?
No.
I'll tell you, I'm not a game guy. This is really cool. So anyway, just shows you. I mean, it's really
So which are you, a plant or a zombie?
I'm trying to kill the zombies if they get to my house. They eat my brains out. So anyway,
and that's just something from the iTunes store.
That's just from the iTunes store. But that one has been totally rewritten for this device.
Scale to this big screen.
Right, because if you look at some of the other ones, for example, I don't know if you guys have seen this one. Now this, looks like an iPhone, right? So if I hit the ×2, and this application is for the iPhone. If I hit the ×2, it doubles the size, but you can see that the graphics, although they're still pretty good, are not like the graphics
it's not
done.
native mode.
Right. And then we've got a Kindle application, which allows you to go to the Kindle bookstore and get your books. Now this is a book that I bought. It's at the Kindle bookstore, and so with this device, I have access to all my Kindle books, and they look good. Of course, the photography and things like that are better on here than they are on the Kindle. And if you look at the iBooks application that you need to download, but it's got a Winnie the Pooh book that's given to you. And of course, you can see the quality of the graphics. If you were trying to show somebody good color graphics, this is a lot superior to the Kindle because the Kindle is black and white.
Does the device out of the box have any, besides the wireless, any connectivity? Are there any ports or, if you want to plug in a keyboard or you have to go Bluetooth?
No,
or something,
the keyboard is Bluetooth. And I had a keyboard, I plugged in the Bluetooth, it works fine. The only plug it's got is a plug you go here that goes to your PC or your Mac, and it hooks up with iTunes. So iTunes is really the way you connect to it. Now, you can go to the App Store on this, and you can buy applications directly. Some of the there is a Keynote application, which is basically PowerPoint.
Right.
And, it's, again, very intuitive how to do it. It doesn't take much time to figure out how to do this. I haven't spent that much time on it, but it's pretty neat.
Now, besides just it being a cool device and you being an early adopter and liking to have these things early and mess with them, what do you see your primary use for this?
Well, when I travel, email, I think when you travel, if you were going on a long flight and you wanted to watch movies, clearly the battery is about 10 hours. So, you could go to the iTunes store and rent 3 or 4 movies and then watch them over your flight. And the battery would be sufficient to watch, 3 or 4 movies, which is much better than anything, much better than than my laptop at least. And also I noticed some of the news, like what one is it? Oh, USA Today has a very good application, and it's free. It's not cooperating with me, but anyway, it really presents things well. There also, if you like games, it's got really neat games. But I still think the biggest thing is going to be for doctors or applications that we haven't really thought about yet. It's so convenient to carry, and it's got such long battery life that I think there'll be a bunch of other things. So those of you that are creative and software guys, go for it.
And as someone who's had, you've messed with the Google Android and various different, how intuitive is the gesture interface that you're doing here, expanding and
Yeah,
flipping?
I mean, it's the best as far as I could see. I mean, if one thing too is if you look at the iPhone users, I mean, they've been doing this. So, you open this up and people have said this is just a big iPod Touch, and that's probably pretty true, but it's a much larger screen, much better graphics, and when they said that to me, I thought, well, great, because I love an iPod Touch, and to have it just be a better iPod Touch convinced me. So.
And finally, I see you've got some kind of case. Does the case come with it, or
No,
it's a protective?
No,
It's an extra.
The case is an extra to protect it, and it allows you to put it up a little bit at an angle when you're looking at it, or if you can also use it as a as kind of a photo screen,
Right.
and so that works. But there are a lot of really neat applications on here. There's one car racing application in which you use it as a steering wheel,
See,
and
that's-
I almost barfed because I got sick.
Is that realistic? Huh?
Well,
I know there's a barf app too, so
Is
at least,
there?
At least
Is
for
there?
the iPhone. So I'm
yeah,
sure. All right. Well,
okay.
this is what early adopters have to go through. You have
Right.
to suffer a little. So
Right.
early adopter Jim Cookinham here today showing us his new iPad.
Okay,
Thanks, Jim.
thanks, Dan. Bye.